Today we are building a house in The Sims 4, but every room is a different Barbie movie. So for the show, I'm trying to go with a kind of classic Barbie dream house shape, which is often a little bit modern, has lots of balconies, and preferably a slide going from one balcony to the other. So this is kind of the shell. It's definitely missing decor, but also like pillars to make it structurally sound. So I have a wheel with all of the Barbie movies. So we're gonna spin and see what Barbie movie we get for the kitchen. It's gonna be Barbie as the Princess and the Pauper, 2004. Princess Annalise finds an unexpected friendship when she meets her humble lookalike Erica. Will the Princess and the Pauper thwart the plans of the Queen's scheming advisor, Preminger. I don't know how to pronounce that. Okay, so this one is very medieval castle, so that's definitely the vibe we're going for. There's some sets that are very like palacey, super fancy, and then there's some sets that are more like proper medieval wooden furniture, stone walls, and I think I'm going for more of that vibe. So we'll go with the old looking stove and fridge. The outside is pretty modern though, so far. So we should definitely try to hide the windows as much as possible. Some shelves up here. And then just a bunch of decor that could potentially belong in a medieval kitchen. I also really love doing this, getting the antique book stand from the Vampire Pack and then kind of hiding it in the cabinet so it looks like there's a really cool old looking cookbook just resting on the counter. Okay, that corner is looking exactly like I had in mind. And the rest of the kitchen is not bad, but it's not quite where I want it. Okay, I think that's our kitchen. This was definitely the vibe I was going for. So let's spin for a movie for our living room next. Let's see what we're gonna get. Barbie and the Diamond Castle. Two best friends, Liana and Alexa, embark on a journey to find the Diamond Castle. With the help of music, the girls overcome challenges that show friendship is the true treasure. So this movie actually starts out in a cottage, but Diamond Castle is in the title, so I think we should go for a more Diamond Castle vibe. So this is more of the fancy type of castle that I didn't go for last time. I'm gonna open this room into the hallway because it's quite a small room. So which couch belongs in a castle? That one. So here we have our Barbie and the Diamond Castle inspired living room. Quite a contrast from the kitchen. So let's go up one more level, and this time we're gonna spin for the bedroom. So let's see what aesthetic we're gonna get this time. Barbie Adventures of a Princess. Quite a recent one, 2020. So Barbie Princess Adventure is kind of like a modern Barbie goes to a princessy kingdom type of story. But there is an actual bedroom in this one that I can try to recreate. It's giant, so it's not gonna be like exactly like the bedroom, but we're gonna try. So we have a purple wallpaper, almost exactly this bed. And then there's like a little seating area in front of the bed, kind of like these. Maybe I should make this bedroom slightly bigger because there's also a very bright pink ottoman at the foot of the bed. It's basically this texture on the wall. I just don't know how to do that without the seat. I guess maybe just to have the texture, I can do like a little thing like this, and then these can be like nightstands if I just put some stuff on there. Maybe if, hear me out, turn this around, get two of them, hide the bench. Yes, that's what I'm looking for. And then let's see if I can use this gold frame, but with a different picture. Like that. Which means that our Barbie Princess Adventure bedroom is done. So then in this hallway, I wanted like a little study because there's definitely room for a desk over there. So let's get a movie for our study. Barbie and her sisters, Puppies in Search of Treasure, 2015. So this one is apparently actually called Barbie and Her Sisters in the Great Puppy Adventure. Looking forward to spending time with Grandma Roberts. Barbie, her sisters, and 4 cute puppies embark on an exciting treasure hunt in their hometown of Willows. So apparently Barbie Grandma has a very aesthetically pleasing nice home, so I'm definitely gonna base this room off of that aesthetic. Because we have a nice soft mint colored wall, a light wooden floor. I would very much like to live in Grandma's incredibly aesthetically pleasing, calming home. Alright, let's move on to our tiny bathroom. And let's see what Barbie movie our bathroom is gonna be inspired by. I've seen some very pretty bathrooms in the previous movies, so I'm hoping we get something like that. Barbie, the Pearl Princess, 2014. It's a mermaid! Okay, that's fun. The creative mermaid Lumina not only has the power to change the color of pearls and make them dance, but she is also a great hairdresser. With the royal ball only hours away, will she unlock her destiny as the realm's Pearl Princess. So probably not that many actual bathrooms in this, but you know, mermaid themed bathroom. I'm here for that. Let's see what we can make of this. So there are very bright colors with accents of gold and the kind of like typical royal setting that we've seen before. Are there any like mermaidy decorations? I mean, a mermaid's treasure chest is not bad. Oh, what about like some giant water lilies and then a floor that looks like water? Okay, that's kind of cool. Maybe walls that look like water too then. Okay, it's looking more mermaidy by the minute. Surely we have more like fishy things for on the wall. This is a fish. Okay, that's a really cool mermaid bathroom. I'm happy with that. By the way, giant missed opportunity for me to add some pet stuff to this study up here, because obviously the movie was about puppies. So I'm gonna fix that mistake. And then I also did the hallway in the same style as the living room because it's so small you can't really do much with it anyway. And then we have the entryway left, which is definitely big enough to do something with. So let's go figure out what that something is gonna be by spinning our wheel of movies once again. Barbie Dreamtopia Fun Festival 2017 TV. Join Barbie and her little sister Chelsea as they travel through the whimsical worlds of Dreamtopia in Barbie Dreamtopia Festival of Fun. So I guess unicorns, rainbows, and lots of clouds. Let's see if we can do something with that as a theme. Okay, that's something. I wonder if we should maybe do like a blue floor and then a blue wall. So it kind of looks like we're actually up in the sky. Okay, rainbow. Oh, and then if we do like fluffy rugs, it could look like we're in the clouds. So clouds on the floor, rainbow. And of course, we're going to be joined by a unicorn. More unicorns? Ooh, what about like giant flowers? That feels like it could be like a fantasy world. And I almost forgot we actually have a unicorn toy as well. Every cloud gets its own little hangout spot. Does that look like a magical adventure in the sky? Because I think yes. So then we just need to spin one final time for the exterior. Another mermaid? Okay, this one is actually called Barbie and a Mermaid Tale. Barbie stars as Merlia, a server who learns a shocking secret. She's a mermaid. She and her dolphin friends set out for an undersea adventure to rescue her mother, the Queen of Oceania. So it seems like there is in fact an underwater city. So I guess we're gonna make our house look like this underwater city. How we're gonna do that, I don't know. So the buildings in the city are kind of like round towers. So let's see if we can maybe make some kind of like structure around this house to make it look like that. So kind of like that on the first layer and kind of like that on the second layer. Okay, so this build definitely needs to be in the water. Let's see if we can actually get some fish to swim around here. I hit some fish tanks in the crystals, which should mean that we will have floating fish. They are kind of hidden in the crystals though. Let's see how the other ones are doing. How about you? Purchase fish, fully stocked with fish. Oh my god, look at it! It's so cool! Okay, more fish. Preferably floating fish, so it will look like this is underwater. It does kind of look like this is underwater. All right, well, here we have our Barbie mermaid underwater city.